this one already underway. We're about 2.5 minutes in. They started about 15 minutes early, so the Wildcats are, after that basket, down 4-0 against the Fort Wayne Hawks. This is at the Fort Wayne Guard Invitational Tournament, but it is not part of the Lady Wildcats bracket. This is a bonus game. Another basket good for the Fort Wayne Hawks. Sorry, I'm trying to get my tripod still set up. Okay, so there was another basket by the Fort Wayne Hawks. So the Wildcats are now down 6-0. We've got 4:03 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats trying to get past the press. They do get over half court, but turn it over at the elbow. Sadie pokes it free. Hawks get it back. Nice job by Julia getting her hand on that ball. Basket good for the Hawks. Tries to pass ahead to Julia. Pass does not connect, out of bounds. And a layup good at the other end for the Hawks. Wildcats again trying to get past the press. That ball is tipped and stolen. And no good on the first attempt, but the follow by 32 for Fort Wayne is in. And the score is 10-0. Sadie with the ball across half court. She is fouled. Cassie drives into the paint. Tries to knock that over to Julia. Ball goes on to the line. She kind of lost control of the ball and then tried to sort of knock it in Julia's direction and just hit Julia down near her feet. Nice job there by Addie getting her hands on that pass. Goes out of bounds off the Hawks. Ball in, and Cassie turns it over, and a foul committed by Layton sends 32 to the line.
They were not a very high seed because they barely finished.
First free throw is in. Iris comes into the game for Sadie. We've got on the floor for the Wildcats Iris, Julia, Addie, Layton, and Cassie. And that free throw did not hit the rim, so it is Wildcat ball. Ball in. Cassie tried to pass that ahead to Layton. Instead, it ends up, well, it bounced off of Fort Wayne girls' hands, and somehow the Wildcats get it back briefly. But then Fort Wayne steals it and turns it over. So kind of a A sloppy sequence here that ends up with the Wildcats back at full court inbounding the ball. Ahead to Addie. Cassie passes up to Julia. And Julia travels. Wildcats just really struggling to get any kind of rhythm going in this game against the Hawks full court press. Score is 13-0. Shot is on its way, in and out, rebounded by Fort Wayne. 32 well covered under the basket, and that is tipped out of bounds by Layton. Got a lot of subs coming in. Looks like Fort Wayne is subbing out everyone. And for the Wildcats, Sadie comes in for Cassie. This is a bonus game, so it's not really, I mean, of course you always want to play to win, but for Fort Wayne, kind of with a comfortable lead early as Sadie gets a shot up, it's knocked out of bounds, still Wildcat ball. Fort Wayne probably happy to also kind of work on stuff since they've jumped out to a strong lead here at the beginning. Into Iris, Sadie, and that was Kieran. When I said Sadie, I meant Kieran, but Sadie did end up putting up a shot. Off the mark, rebounded by Fort Wayne. Steal there by the Wildcats. That was Kieran coming up with the ball. Sadie kicks out to Layton. Layton out to Kieran. And Sadie gets tangled underneath. Iris puts up a shot just off the mark, rebounded by Fort Wayne. That was probably the best look at the basket the Wildcats have had so far. Julia chases down that steal and gets it to Layton. Layton on the run. She's got Sadie on the far side. Gets it over to Sadie, who scores. Nice job with the transition basket, and the Wildcats are on the board. 30 seconds to play in the first. Layton rips that ball away. She's on the run, out in front. Puts the shot up, no good. And Wildcats get the offensive rebound. That's Julia getting her hands on that ball. Into Sadie. Over to Iris. Iris's shot is up, no good. And Fort Wayne with the rebound, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. So the Wildcats do get on the board here in the first. They are still trailing 13-2. out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. On the floor right now, we've got Iris, Sadie, Layton, Kieran, and Julia. Wildcats have the ball. Julia gets down the floor and tries to pass it to the Fort Wayne, but she traveled beforehand, so.
Why is no one here?
And a travel at this end of the floor as well. Sends the ball back to the Wildcats.
Every time.
And then eventually they'll take out a player.
Layton over to Kieran. Kieran drives inside. Her shot is blocked. Rebounded by Fort Wayne, but that outlet pass is stolen by Layton. Over to Sadie. And Layton is able to save that ball in the corner, but only to Fort Wayne. Ball knocked free briefly by Sadie, and then Sadie commits a foul, knocking it loose again. Shot is up, in and out. And Wildcats with the rebound. Addie and Cassie back in while Layton and Kieran take a break. Ball poked loose and stolen.
And we'll put in the 4-1.
Shot is up for Fort Wayne from 3, no good. And Iris claims the rebound. Sadie outside the three-point line, puts the shot up, it skips off the rim, rebounded by Fort Wayne.
And if she makes that
And a foul committed. Cassie able to get that ball free, and then she is fouled by number 30. Sadie is tied up, a jump ball. Shot up from 3, no good. Offensive rebound for Fort Wayne, and Iris commits the foul on the putback attempt. 42 is headed to the line. Sorry, not 42, 24 headed to the line. First free throw is good. And that's the first point of this second quarter as well. Kieran comes back into the game, giving Sadie a break. Second free throw is short, rebounded by Julia, and poked out of bounds by 24. It's still Wildcat ball. Addie ahead to Julia. Julia back out to Cassie. Julia, shot up from the baseline. It's long and long rebound down the floor, chased down by Fort Wayne. Shot was blocked by Addie and then out of bounds off of the Hawks. Score is 14-2. Cassie ahead to Addie, over to Iris. Iris crossing to Julia. Julia's shot is blocked out of bounds. Julia inbounds it to Iris, and then it's knocked out of bounds again by the Hawks. Supposed to go to Addie. The connection did not happen, and 41 gets down the floor and scores for Fort Wayne. 16-2 is the Hawks lead. That ball knocked out of bounds by Fort Wayne. To Kieran, over to Julia. Up top to Cassie. Cassie drives in, kicks out to Julia. Julia's shot is up, off the mark, and rebounded by the Hawks. Down the floor, 22 shot is up, goes wild. Offensive rebound for Fort Wayne. Another shot on its way, also off the mark, another offensive rebound. And a travel called against the Hawks. Subs coming in. We've got Leighton and Sadie returning. Iris and Julia take a break. And that's a turnover by the Wildcats. 1:21 to play in the first half. Score is 16-2. Wildcats are down. Shot is up, no good. Another shot is up and no good. Addie with the rebound. Under a minute to go in the first half. Sadie has the ball. Outside the three-point line, she tries to pass underneath to Addie. It's tipped free, but Kieran is there. She gets a shot up, no good. And the Hawks clear the rebound. Sadie gets a steal under the basket, and Wildcats will bring it back up the floor with just over 30 seconds remaining. Sadie gets it into Addie, and that ball is ripped away, and she is fouled. 27.6 seconds to go in this quarter. Ball into Kieran on the inbounds, and she scores. Wildcats now with 4 points. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Addie. 7.8 seconds left. Ball in, shot is up and short, and we're down to 2 seconds. Another shot up by Fort Wayne, and there's the end of the half. So after 2 quarters, Wildcats are down 4-16 against the Fort Wayne Hawks in this bonus gold bracket game that will not affect their position for the 14U silver bracket that the Wildcats are actually in. Hot dog for $1.50. Second half is underway. That's a missed shot by Fort Wayne, and Sadie with the rebound. Layton drives inside, ball is stripped away and stolen by Fort Wayne. They're able to get down the floor. Oh, that really looked like a travel, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe the eyes were cheated by some spell. Shot is up, defended by the Wildcats and then knocked out of bounds, I think by Layton. So it will be a Hawks ball. Shot is up, off the mark for Fort Wayne, and Sadie with the rebound. Sadie with an open lane toward the basket, takes advantage and scores. Score is 16-6. Wildcats still down 10, but that was a nice play. Ball knocked loose and not quite stolen, very close to stolen, but Hawks maintain possession. Right now, Hawks playing keep away, and Wildcats hoping to force them into a mistake. That is a foul committed by Sadie on the shot. First free throw is in. Second free throw off the mark, and ball knocked out of bounds by number 30 for the Hawks. Addie back in the game. Kieran also back in the game. Layton and Sadie head to the bench. Kieran inbounds to Cassie. So score is 17-6. Fort Wayne leading the Wildcats. Cassie across half court, over the top to Addie. Addie inside, her shot is blocked. Three-pointer up for number 42, no good. And then knocked out of bounds. I think this is Wildcat ball. Everyone seemed a little confused. I felt a little confused. Cassie has it. Cassie, Julia, Addie, Iris, and Kieran on the floor. Iris with the ball over to Addie. Addie has the ball poked away and stolen. Shot is up, no good, rebounded by Addie. And that ball is poked away, stolen by the Hawks. Shot is up for 42, no good, over the backboard, out of bounds. 1:25 to go in the third quarter. Score is still 17-6. Sadie, who could have gotten called for an over and back there. And Coach Jason calls a timeout. Wildcats definitely in some trouble on that possession. 2:19 to go in the third. Layton over to Addie. Addie drives, kicks out to Sadie. Sadie's three-pointer is up, no good. Rebound by the Hawks. We had some subs at that timeout. Oh, and big jobs there, getting her hands in front of that pass by Addie. She gets it to Iris. Back to Layton. So on the floor for the Cats, we've got Layton, Sadie, Iris, Addie, and Kieran. Sadie drives in strong, gets the basket and the foul. A nice take by Sadie. Brings the Wildcats score up to 8 with a chance to make it 9. Our shot is short, rebounded by the Hawks. Ball down the floor, pass is too high and goes out of bounds. Back to the Wildcats. 1:29 to go in the third. Cassie comes back in. Layton takes a break. Cassie advances to Iris and back to Cassie, who goes inside, runs into a Hawks player who was not in a foul way. But the ball went out of bounds, so it's still Wildcat. Ball into Sadie. Sadie puts up a shot, it's short, and rebounded by Fort Wayne.
And I don't know if we have one.
Score by the Hawks. It's now up to 19 for them, to 8 for the Wildcats. Across half court, into Addie. Addie drives on the baseline, gets it to Iris. Her shot is blocked and out of bounds by the Hawks. Wildcats will inbound from the baseline. Into Sadie. Iris, I think she was trying to get that to Addie, instead it ended up with Cassie and then over to Kieran, but a little bit discombobulated there. Back to Kieran, into Addie, and Addie tries to get inside. Ball is, I couldn't tell if she passed or if the ball got knocked away, but it ended up being a turnover. Shot is up at the other end, no good. Follow is up and in for the Hawks. 21-8 with 21.5 seconds to go in the third. Working against the Fort Wayne press. Wildcats get across. Sadie takes it in strong. Ball falls off the rim. Addie with the follow. It's good. Just about at the end of the quarter. Long three-pointer attempted by Fort Wayne. No good. And it's 21-10 after 3 quarters. Hawks are leading.
Cassie there.
Thank you. Fourth quarter underway. And the Wildcats get a quick basket. And a foul called, so I think we're actually going to have a 3-point opportunity for Sadie. After that basket, that foul is on either 24-42. It looks like 24 is the one that's on the floor. But must have been her. Free throw in and out for Sadie. Glad we went back to that. Hawks get down the floor. Yeah, and a nice job by Iris underneath getting that steal. Score is 21-12. Can't really see what's happening, but we'll figure it out eventually. Layton has the ball. And ball is stripped away and stolen. 41 down the floor the other way, and she scores. Layton gets it over to Kieran, passes off to Sadie. Sadie's shot is up, too strong. And at the other end, Fort Wayne scores. 25-12, a steal by the Hawks. Shot is up and no good. Follow is good with the foul.
You guys coming with me?
Another steal by the Hawks and score. Layton trying to get past the full court press. Ball is knocked out of bounds.
I don't have my phone.
Well, what was a 9-point lead for the Hawks has ballooned now to 18 points.
Y'all go sit down now. Y'all do what you want. Sit down.
Ball knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. Ball into Addie. Kieran back to Addie. Out to Cassie. And that pass, oh, I thought that was tipped out of bounds by 41, but they're going to say that it just was a toss out by the Wildcats. 4 minutes to play in the game. Julia got her hands on that. Ball in for Fort Wayne. Three-pointer is up and short, rebounded by Addie. Cassie across half court, over to Julia. Trying to pass underneath or inside to Cassie, and that ball is stolen by the Hawks. And passes off the mark for Fort Wayne. Turnover with 3:21 to go in the game, and the Hawks leading 30-12. Shot up for Iris, too strong, rebounded on the weak side by Fort Wayne. Half a quarter left. shot is up and no good, and Kieran with the rebound. She is fouled. It's like they're just going to keep going. The referee is signaling foul, but just everybody kept playing, so they'll let it go. Have been blocked by Kieran and rebounded there by Iris. Cassie over to Iris. Now Kieran has it. It tried to get it to Addie. She couldn't quite hang on. It was stolen by Fort Wayne. And Julia gets in there to force the jump ball with 2:01 remaining. Hawks ball. Layton and Sadie come back into the game for Cassie and Kieran. Addie gets a steal, and it's knocked out of bounds by Fort Wayne. Sadie drives inside, a handball falls off the rim. Addie there with the follow, no good. Defensively there by the Wildcats. Coming up with the steal, that was Julia and Sadie. Less than a minute to go. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It is still Wildcat ball. Shot is up and in for Layton. 30-14. Julia mixing it up in there. Seconds to go. Julia not ready to just nail this one in. Or Iris. She gets called for a foul with 9.9 seconds left. Good job by Julia. I mean, you know, why'd everybody come here? Came here to play. They will let the last 1.5 seconds tick off. So the final score is 30-14. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more games coming soon.